Alright, this is Big Boss, this Foxhound Woodsball, coming to you from Fort Lauderdale, and today's going to be one of our overview/review videos. And what I mean by that is, this is the kind of stuff that I get in, I open it up, get everything put together, and I'm doing a full review, running through everything piece by piece. Now, the vest I got is a USMG, USMilitaryGear.com. I will be posting the link in the description to this video. And this vest is an olive drab pattern. I've got the pouches and everything from my buddy who's a Rap4 dealer at PBMilsim.com. There will also be a link in the description to this video on that. And the reason why I got the tiger stripes on is because the pouches I've got on here from the pod pouches, radio, and the tank pouch are all in the Vietnam tiger stripe pattern. Now, I'll be going through everything bit by bit in a second, so give me 1 minute as we get into the nitty gritty. Now we're back. Now, for this demonstration, first off, I'm talking about these two twin pod pouches right here. They're both in the Vietnam tiger stripe. I will say the Molly backing on here, it's kind of a touchy bit because of how you have to weave it in. I would assume Rap4 has done this for the potential that these pouches may be put onto off-brand vests, like trying to get from frickin' China and everything like that. But aside from that, let's get right down to it. As you can see, these things are fitting my GOG boogie tubes, the 140 round pods. They fit them very well. But what if you like to run the 100s? Well, I got two of these. These are 32 degrees. These are 100 round pods, flat bottom. As you can see, they actually fit in here very well. You still got a little bit of extra Velcro right here for somewhat of a secure fit, tight fit, and you have a little something extra to grab onto with these. That way you can easily get it up and out. This is more of a full cover type if you're running with the 100 rounds. So it's going to be a little hard to grab at first without a little bit of practice. You have to grab toward the top. Just try not to open up the lid when you're trying to do this. You'll lose a lot of paint. But these things are a little thicker. Let's go with something a little more on the generic. View loaders. These things are your 75/100 round pods, as you can clearly see. I had these for about 8 years, considering these were the first two I got when I started paintball. So with these, you can actually use them in this pouch, but you still got a little bit of room down here on the bottom. So I'll definitely say these pouches are better off using the 140 round paintball pods as opposed to the 100s. Now, after that, let's begin moving on to some more equipment. I'll be right back. Alright, now we're back. Now, the next pouch up for review, you might say, would be this radio pouch. It's also the tiger stripe camo pattern, and it's also got the olive drab flap. This is the radio pouch. Now, this is my team's radio of choice, the Motorola T5000 Talkabout. Nice, small, compact, 8-mile range in good terrain. Now, as you can see, this thing can actually cover this radio entirely, almost as good as a glove. So you got all-around protection with enough space to have your antenna popping out for transmission, stuff like that, depending upon what radio model you use. But there is one drawback that I would say is bad for this little pouch. Now, I'm going to open it up so I can do a little bit of demonstration. As you can see, it's hard for me. It would be hard. I'd have to flip this thing open, reach in here so that way I can turn the knobs. I'd have to take it out in order to change my radio frequencies. And I'd have to feel around for that little push to talk button on the side of the radio. Unless I'm using earpiece or some type of communication setup with the push to talk button on the wire. But there's more to this pouch than that, and I will say this thing can also double as an auxiliary magazine pouch for your mags. Now this magazine I've got is your 7-shot TPX magazine. So as you can see, drop it in. This thing can actually cover your TPX mag very well and offer good protection. But let's try a little something. This is actually going to be the first time I'm trying this one. As you can see, tuck this radio flap in, and let's try a second TPX magazine. So, got 2 of them right now. Put them in as if we were doing it for prep. As you can see, I can actually slide both these magazines in here. They fit securely and they are staggered, so that way it makes it easier to grab either clip when you're in a gun battle and you need to change mags on the fly. So you can haul 2 TPX magazines here without a problem. Now, if you guys give me 1 minute, I'll transition over to the back of the vest and we'll continue on. Alright, now we're back, and right here on the back is your tank pouch, but it's also your utility pouch and much more. Because this pouch is actually a 1-to-1 scale reproduction of the US GI issue Molly canteen / utility pouch, as I'm about to demonstrate. Now, I got this standard GI 1-quart canteen, complete with the canteen cup, the classic kidney bean shape. Now, as you can see, I actually fit this canteen in here, no problem. I could loosen the clip here on the canteen pouch so that way I could close this very securely. Or if I really want to, just take the little buckle out of this loop here on the flap. Give me 1 second, there's a little bit of a tight fit for this thing. Okay, now, tuck the canteen pouch flap in, insert the cup, insert the canteen, and here we are. Your basic GI canteen pouch in its modular format. Plus this thing also has the side drawstrings for an even more secure fit. Just pull these out, tighten it. Now you're able to haul your canteen. But this thing is also made to do a lot more. Now, as I'm about to demonstrate, get this stuff out of here. Now, what if you want to do air tanks? We got some nice options here. This one is a 20-ounce CO2 tank, so that just drop in. Try to tighten these the best you can. And this is why something like this is truly a versatile pouch. If you guys seen some of my other videos over the years, you've noticed that I've used regular LC2 canteen pouches for reserve tank pouches, stuff like that when I'm on the fly. As you can see, with the 20 ounce tightened up, things actually pretty good on here like this. But if I'm having to run around, do something strenuous, as you can see, if I slip it down like this, I can easily take it out. This is why I would not trust a 20 ounce tank in this pouch. I need something a little larger, but I got the 16, so let's see if this works. Easily drop in. Make sure these are tight and secure. Bring it down and just tighten up. Now, this is what I would trust in this particular pouch. Because of its size, it's easily able to tighten up pretty good and easily yank it around, jerk it. But as you can see, also that pull-out problem. However, I would feel more comfortable with the 16 ounce in this pouch than I would with the 20. But what else can you do with this pouch? Let's see. Showed it for the canteen, showed it for the tanks. Let's try pods. 100 rounds. Definitely fit them both in here. And what do you know? This thing can also double for an ammo pouch. Got two 100s in here. Secure. Ready to go. But let's have a little bit of fun with it, shall we? One bag, 500 rounds, U.S. Army paintballs. So, for all you guys who are considering a light machine gun roll and this is the only stuff you could afford at the time, gonna try and get this in the best I can for the circumstances. So, as you can see, got it in as far as it will go. Loosen this up. Secure it. Now, you've got a makeshift ammo pouch to carry your 500 paintballs right in here. This is large enough to be a utility pouch for small items. Can probably put 5-6 magazines in here, give or take. Now, give me one moment as we transition over. I'm going to be talking about the rest of the vest in general. Alright, now we're back. Now, this vest that I got is made by USMG, USMilitaryGear.com. I will be putting it as an annotation or a link in the description to this video. So, with this vest, this is probably a very versatile vest in many respects. You got two D-rings on each side of this vest, so that way you could clip on stuff, weave stuff in, any number of things you can think of. Now, the inside, you've got internal zip pockets with the cord instead of a metal pull tab. Now, it's nice. You have a lot of cargo storage on both sides of this vest with the zippers, so you can put a lot of stuff in here. Now, the back is a nice touch because you got the pocket down in here, as you can see, so that way you can put your Camelback or any equivalent hydration system. You also got these Velcro straps right here, so that way you can actually run them through your hydration bladder, so that way it stays securely inside your vest. The shoulders are something I like on this vest, as I'm about to demonstrate. Give me one moment. Now, you see where it's got the adjustment port right here? This little adjustment tab right here, high strength plastic, you can actually adjust this vest to any size shoulder. You can make it tight, you can make it as loose as you like depending upon your comfort level. If you're wearing stuff like body armor, stuff like that, you can adjust for that quickly. As usual, you got the 3-side adjustment points on here on each side, and you're also able to use your traditional standard issue GI pistol belt. You also got this nice little carry handle with the Velcro patch back here, so as you can see, you could put your team patch on here, stuff like that, or pull this little handle out. You can use it just to haul your gear, or in the event of an emergency, drag your buddy out of the line of fire if that were to happen. Now, I did notice something very interesting considering how good the quality of this vest is. As you can see on the patch here, it says made in IROP. Now, considering how many countries are that there are in the world, I can only say that this thing is most likely made in the Islamic Republic of Pakistan. So that's probably understandable considering the economy and everything, import, export, and all that shit, but I will say this vest is actually pretty damn good. Now, give me 1 minute. I'm going to do what we call a wear test, as I'm going to put this thing on to show what kind of comfort you can expect considering the vest setup and everything. I'll be right back. Alright, now we're back with the final portion of this video, and this is what we call a wear demonstration as far as like how this vest will fit on the body of people who are wearing it. It's better than using mannequins in my opinion because of dimensions and all that, but aside from that, let's get to it. Now this vest is pretty nice. It's got a complete wraparound design, as you can see with the way I've got the sizing straps tightened up. I can actually have almost the entire 360 degree of mounting options right on this vest alone. I did have to tighten up the shoulders to where I can't tighten it any further to bring it up a little more on me because I've got a long frame. But as you can see with the length of this vest, as I'm about to demonstrate, now most vests will fit over, when you put it on, go just above your BDU belt, depending upon what model you got and who makes it. Now with this particular vest, this thing, the GI issue pistol belt actually manages to get right underneath the BDU belt. So with that being said, for this particular vest, I would seriously recommend wearing body armor with this, or a jumpsuit like what tank crews and flight crews wear. Other than that, this vest is pretty damn good. And that concludes the test for the USMG modular tactical vest, as well as the Rap4 pouches, and I'll be back in a couple minutes with my final thought. Alright, this is my final thoughts on the products that I've just looked at. Now, I will say Rap4 has come a long way since the early part of this millennium with their gear quality. Their soft goods have had a decent reputation, and I'll say that I am looking forward to getting my hands on some more Rap4 gear and trying that out and seeing how I like it. Now, the vest overall, I will say it's an excellent vest, though USMG has to do a lot more as far as the sizing is concerned because of different body types and everything, and they need to have it in the small, medium, and large stuff, because one size fits all, that's good in some cases, but then you got those people with those unique body types or specific sizes and everything, and they're usually the ones that have a problem finding the best gear, or at least the best fitting gear. Now, you can catch a written version of this at my blog page at outerheavenpaintball.blogspot.com. You can also get this gear from PBMilsim. I will be posting a link to that in the description to this video, as well as Rap4. link will also be available. And with that, this is Big Boss, and I'm out of here.